GM.
Today's lesson
is a bit of a psychology lesson. You need to focus on knowing yourself, right? So one of the things I learned at great expense was to not trade in chop.
And what that means is
when the market goes from a phase of trending into consolidation, that transition phase is the worst time to trade. And because we know that trends tend to be shorter than consolidations, that's the average rule, roughly 80-20. So most of the time the market is not in a really strong trend, up or down. And most of the time it is actually in some form of consolidation, whether that is accumulation or distribution. That transition phase is what will steal a lot of the profits away from you. So I'm saying this obviously because we're doing that transition right now. I've made a lot of money in the last few weeks. Most of you have made a lot of money in the last few weeks. You have to understand two things. One, it's okay to do nothing, and it's okay to just sit back. And it doesn't mean you have to sell all your spot holdings. I made this mistake as well. It's okay for your spot holdings to go down. Let me use AKT as an example. I bought at 55. It went to 320. It's now at 260. I don't care. Okay? Just because I know, again, I don't know everything, but I know with a high degree of confidence that AKT and the rest of the market will probably not trend. It'll probably go sideways or down for the next while. That doesn't mean I need to sell my long-term bags. I'm not selling my Bitcoin, not selling my Ethereum, not selling my AKT, right? That's the first thing. When the transition phase comes, you're trading. So the things I trade more actively, a few days, a couple of weeks, swing trades. I just know that I shouldn't do them right now. Now, that doesn't mean I'm definitely right, but it does mean that when I look back, and this is why journaling is so important, when I look back at my journals from the last 5 years, the times at which I made the most money were directly followed by times where I bled, so lost, the most money unnecessarily. So I might make 400% gains and then throw away 50%, which is criminal by just not adapting. And the funny thing is, the adaptation, I should say, that you have to make is just do nothing. It's not change your trading style. It's not use this different method. It's not switch to day trading or scalping or longer term. It's just do nothing. Do nothing. And here's the other thing, and this is the psychology part. Where we're at right now in the market, you do not under any circumstances want to become bearish as a whole. It's okay to hold these two same thoughts in your head. One, the market might go down another 20, 30, 40%. Two, I am still bullish. Both of those can coexist. And when you do that, you'll actually find that you're going to start buying the bottom of the next rally instead of selling the bottom of the next rally. Because if you allow yourself to adopt a bearish mindset, you will begin to think about selling or shorting or not buying. And let's use just Bitcoin, for example, right? Bitcoin went to 49K. It's currently at 40. It might go to 35. Who knows, right? The old me would have bought and not bought on the way up. Probably didn't buy 30. Probably wouldn't have bought 35. Probably wouldn't have bought 38. But probably bought 40, 42, 45, 48, right? Bought and made some money on the way up. Then it dropped back to 40. And I would have just doggedly kept longing because I was thinking that it was still bullish. Then it would have went down more. And then I would have flipped. I would have said, oh, this is bearish. I would have started shorting. And it would have chopped. And it might have went to 35, but it would have got chopped up and squeezed and messed around because the market's shitty. And then, most importantly, I would not have been looking at 35 as, is this a bottom I could buy? Am I looking at low time frame entries that could lead into higher time frame trends? No. I would have been saying, don't like this market. I'm going to stay out, not looking at it, it's going lower, I'll buy 30, whatever, maybe I'm bearish, I think it's over, and then it would go to 40. Don't believe it. We'll go to 45. Don't believe it. We'll go to 50. Breaks new highs. Oh, I guess it's still bull market. That's so important because that 35 to 50 phase I would have totally missed the opportunity to be bullish there. And then I would be playing catch up, and you're going to be the same. If you adopt a bearish mindset now, you'll be playing catch up when we next make new highs. And that's where you're at far greater likelihood to get chopped up. And I can't stress this enough. It doesn't mean it's not going to bounce. It's not going to go from 40 to 50 in one candle. It's also not going to go straight down. It's chop. Chop is sideways, up a bit, down a bit, shitty, directionless, low volatility. But when you're in a high time frame bull market, where on a weekly chart we go 15, 30, 25, 49, right? You can draw that. 15 to 30, that's a pump. 30 to 25, that's a pullback. 25 to 49, that's a pump. 49 to wherever, could be 35, could be 30, that's a pullback. That is the next time to get bullish and to buy and to be early to the next trend, so that when it goes from 30 or 35 up to 50, guess what? You're already long, you remain bullish, you didn't lose the trend because of low time frame shit, and you position yourself best for the next move. That can take days, weeks, or months. I don't know. You don't need to know either. Stick with your primary trend. Don't psy-op yourself, and you'll do well.